Rising Rituals with Ray. I am your lovely host of this segment, Ràella, and the whole purpose of this is to give you a little juice, give you a little energy, give you a little momentum to carry throughout your day. Oftentimes the first thing that we do when we get up in the rising is check our phone, which is a total Russian roulette. It could be good news, it could be bad news. You never know what's going to pop up. So instead of allowing life to create the energy for your day and things get out of control down the line and you're upset and frustrated or whatever, this is an opportunity for you to take the reins, for you to guide the energy of your day. And what I'd like to talk about is attracting opportunities. I feel like someone recently told me that something that feels natural to you might be very challenging for someone else. And I didn't cognize that in the moment. And so I was like, well, what do you mean? I worked hard for a lot of these things, but there are some things that are just natural for me. For example, attracting opportunities. Attracting opportunities is something that I have done ever since I was a little girl. If you ever talk to my mother, she'll happily tell you whenever I was around, people would just give us stuff for free. We would get in places for free. Like people would just literally the universe opens up when I arrive. And I was thinking about it before I came on this live, and I'm just like, well, how do I make that palatable for everybody else? Like, oh, well, Ray just woke up like this. But I think the key to attracting opportunities is directing what you are currently noticing. What is your current inner monologue? What is that current thought process going on in the back of your mind? When I go places, I'm often like, oh, everything's going to work out fine. Everything's going to work out for me. People are just going to receive me so well. And that's the self-talk that I give myself before I even go out anywhere. Like, oh, we're going to be so well received. People are going to love us. If I'm with somebody and my intention. So first thing is, what is your inner self-talk when you are going out? The second, are you like, I don't want to go out? Are you grumpy? Are you upset? Or do you have fun doing whatever it is that you're doing? Even if it's something mundane, like going to the store, like, or like pumping gas, or like just something mundane. I operate in a space of gratitude. I am grateful to go to the store. I am grateful to be able to pump gas in my car because there's been times in my life where I have not been able to, when I've been like, ooh, do I got Bitcoin left? Let's try to scrape some stuff together, and that is not a fun feeling, right? So when I do have the opportunity, and yes, pumping gas is an opportunity. Buying groceries is an opportunity because at one point in time, that might not have been accessible or available to you. Okay. So it's very important to really lean into the gratitude of every moment and realizing that every moment provides an opportunity. So when you change that frame, right? When you look at it a certain frame, like, oh, this is mundane, or oh, I gotta do this, or I gotta go out of my way, and it's just I'm happy to go out of my way for others. I'm happy to assist others along their journey. I'm happy to add and create value for other people. The reason being is because that provides an opportunity. When you understand the way that energy works, whatever you're putting out there is what you're going to receive. So when you're helping others, when you're in need, guess what? Someone will show up for you because you put that energy out, and not with the intention of expecting to get something back or wanting to get something back. It is with the intention and with the it's the intention and the, like, on purpose. Like, I'm doing it with this intention, but I'm also doing this on purpose, right? Like, purposefully operating in a certain way. I purposefully enter the world with gratitude. I purposefully enter the world shining my light. Ever since I was a little girl, and this is not like to like blow my head up or anything like that, or to, toot my own horn, But ever since I was a little girl, I just always had people come up to me like, oh, there's just something about you, right? The sad part about it was when I was younger and even like adolescence and young adulthood, I didn't realize my power. In retrospect, I can see like I've always been divinely guided. I've always been protected, and I've always been just in alignment for the next opportunity. Like I attract opportunities. When I first got into my relationship with Sahat, that's what I told him my superpower was. I attract opportunities. And I do. And here's an example. If you went to the Integrator Summit, then you saw Scott Katamas. And Scott Katamas has been a spiritual leader for, I don't know, maybe 30 plus years. And he has some amazing high level friends. And just in being in proximity of this person, he has invited us on his show multiple times. And the Global Peace Tribe streams to like over 100 different Facebook groups, thanks to the Sign Network. And if you're in the conscious community, these are big communities, and you're like, Global Peace Tribe, oh my God, that's a huge community. It is. It is. He's partners with Deborah Giusti, which is, she has the largest email list in the spiritual community. And so it's amazing to be able to just be in proximity of awesome people like this. And so recently he asked us to come present and run a workshop or a play shop, he calls it. I love that. At his retreat. And so Sahat and myself, we're in the middle of a move. Like we're moving, our lease is up at the end of the month. We're like, let's go down to Georgia. We have our retreat coming up in May. Like, let's go down there and kiki and network with the morning meetup folks, and, just really expand our network in Georgia for a couple months. Here's an opportunity. And I was like, I would like to travel and to do my work and not worry about finances and just be able to like go wherever I want to go and not feel tied down by like a lease or, well, I got to pay rent and I got to, I would like to break free from that. And so one thing that happened was Scott Katamas invited us to LA to speak at his event. There's 3 different events back to back to back from each other that we're going to be attending while we're out there. We're going to be out there for an entire week. And it's just like the opportunity opened up. The opportunity opened up. And another thing, in order to attract opportunities, it's important to be of service. It's important to give to others. Here's another example. Scott purchased us a ticket to the LA Convergence. And when I say us, I mean Sahat and myself. We bought tickets already the day before that. So because he purchased our tickets, we are gifting those tickets to 2 other people. So that way we can really include others who we want along this journey, and it's just paying it forward. One of my favorite books, did I pack it up? Nope, it's right here. Anyway, The Alchemist. It's over there. Yeah, so The Alchemist is one of my favorite books. I read it like 3 or 4 times. And so that book was actually gifted to me from one of my childhood best friends. She's my sister, Emily. Her older brother Joey gave it to me and was like, here, I'm going to give this to you for free, but once you've read it, I want you to pay it forward and gift someone else a copy. Okay, awesome. So I ended up buying 3 copies. I gave one to my mom. I gave 2 other ones away. It's been years now. I don't recall who they went to, but I gave them away. And so you create this ripple of energy, right? Of giving. And when you are giving, the universe then gives to you. And so I think coming from a space of being a giver is what really attracts opportunities in your life. Being a giver and gratitude. Be grateful for what you have and seek the opportunities. The RAS, the reticular activating system in your brain, it determines what you notice. It takes this. I gave this analogy to my client yesterday. Let's say the RAS just takes note of everything you think, everything you do, and analyzes the thoughts and the actions. So when the thoughts and the actions are in alignment and you move with intention and you do things on purpose, it's like, okay, the RAS takes this file and gifts it to the Mr. Unconscious. And then Mr. Unconscious opens up this file and there's a big label on it that says important. And Mr. Unconscious looks at all of the things that are important, all of the things that you've done, all of the things that you've said, all of the things that you move with intention, all of the unconscious habits that you have. All of these things are marked important because this is what you're noticing out of all the millions of things that are going on in your perceptual reality, right? You have chosen to bring awareness to this, to move and take action upon this, to create a habit on this. So that is thus then important. And so that gets delivered to Mr. Unconscious, and Mr. Unconscious is like, okay, the captain says that they want more of this in their life. They want more abundance in their life. They want more opportunities in their life. They want more things to be grateful for in their life. Or the opposite. They want more anxiety in their life. They want more fear in their life. They want more pain in their life based upon what you're doing, based upon what you're thinking, based upon your automatic habits. So that is why it is so important to operate with intention in every moment, to bring gratitude to every moment, and to seek the opportunity. Because when you seek the opportunity, the RAS tells this Mr. Unconscious, hey, Mr. Unconscious, seeking opportunities are important. We need to deliver more opportunities to the captain because that's what they're seeking. Okay, so it's important for you, and I keep saying important, but it is. It's important for you to bring intentionality and mindfulness in every move that you make. How can I be grateful for this opportunity? How can I seek opportunity in everything, even the challenges? Like, look, if we're gonna be honest, can I draw back the curtain? Can I be really real with you guys? We were going through, so I recently opened a new business account. And long story short, in that business account, I was going through some transition issues with the finances and between Stripe. And so I had about $2,500 that was in transit, right? And I was late on my car note. And I was late about not even 2 whole months, like a month and a half late on my car note. And they came and took my car. And literally the next day, like not even the next day, like hours later, like they took my car at like 3 or 4 p.m. And I would say at midnight. And this was like a couple months ago, right? At midnight is when they the money came into the account. And that was the first thing on my list to do, was pay my car note, right? So instead of paying like, what was it, like $700 or something like that, that's how much I was behind. Only $700. Like, it wasn't even that much. And instead of paying that $700, I had to pay $1,600 to get it out, and then I had to pay another $410 to the people to get it out. And it was just like, it was fees on fees on fees on fees on fees. And I was just like, I could be stressed. And it was like literally like the day before an event that we had. It was the day before an event. And I was like, I could stress out about this, or I can find the opportunity in this. And I can be grateful for the opportunity to get the car back. And although I felt some kind of way because all of that money honestly was like flushed down the toilet to me. But what is your attachment? What is your perception? What is your frame around money? Right? So instead of, don't get me wrong, I had my emotional moment, but instead of staying stuck in that mindset, instead of staying stuck in that frame, I sought opportunities. I paid attention to what I could be grateful for. I focused on my event. The event went really, really well. And then I handled my business. I figured out, I did what I had to do to get the car back. And so in that situation, even though it was challenging, even though I'm a little embarrassed to share this moment right now, but the point is that I am human. Things happen too. Lifes. and sometimes you have to live life on life's terms. But what you can control is the way you look at it. What you can control is the energetic attribute that you provide to any situation. Okay? What you can control is how you think. What you can control is how you respond. All right? So, in order to attract more opportunities in your life, focus on how you respond to the stimulus that is being presented to you now. Even in adverse situations, find gratitude, find appreciation, center yourself with breath, because this is the way. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. That was on my heart this rising. And I just want you guys to attract opportunities because they're out there. This earth is abundant. We are extensions of the earth, and thus we are extensions of abundance. So manifest that thing, manifest your own abundance. You have every opportunity to do so. So seek those opportunities and they will be delivered upon you. Ask and you shall receive. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of y'all. If you like this type of information, Sahat and myself created an ebook just for you about 7 of the biggest mistakes after your spiritual awakening. So if you're recently or currently or have gone through an awakening, there are 7 of the biggest mistakes that people are making, and a lot of them are unconscious. You don't even know you're making these mistakes. And so we created a list of those and hacks on how to overcome them. So go to 7, that's the number 7, spiritualmistakes.com, and get your free ebook today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And we'll see you tomorrow for more rising rituals. Have a beautiful, magical, and manifesting day.